Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Nadia, and we are back with another video. Again, it's me, Nadia, the CEO and owner of SASSISoul Boutique. Listen, I'm so grateful that you decided to come back again and watch another video. So today, I'm sure you could tell by the title, we're getting into the nitty gritty, but I want to make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that little bell so that you don't miss the next video that comes out. So today, as you see in the topic, we are talking about how to structure your boutique business in 2024. Relatively to the state of Ohio, because that's where I'm from, but I'm sure the steps are pretty much the same. Now, these steps can pretty much go for any business that you're going to be selling products or services that requires you to collect taxes or anything of that sort. You can follow these steps. So I want to make sure that you understand that these steps are very important for many, many reasons, and we're going to get into it. So let's get into the video right now. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today we're talking about how to structure your boutique business in 2024. Again, this can be used for any type of business. And again, we are relatively talking about the state of Ohio because that is where I am from, but we can talk about these steps in many states, and I believe that they are pretty much the same. So number one, the first thing you want to do is you want to Google your desired name. And the reason why we do this is because when you get ready to go to get your LLC, you have to make certain that your name has not been taken. If it has been, they are not going to grant you your LLC. So you will do a small search when you go onto that website, and we'll get into that. But we want to just kind of like do a Google search. You want to go onto social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and make sure there is nothing out there like yours. I did have that problem, but I didn't find out that mine was being used until I went to get my LLC. So I want to make sure that you try to do as much back end work as you can to make sure you're not duplicating someone else's name. So that's the first thing. The next step is you want to get your virtual address. So why do you want to get your virtual address? These steps that we're talking about prior to actually getting that LLC, which makes you an official business. These steps are very important for the next phase of your business. Once you have structured, launched, and then you'll get into the next step. So the first thing after making sure your name has not been taken is you want to get your virtual business address. And you can go through Regis or Opus. And I believe there's some other ones. Now, I'm going to say this. It is very important to stay away from iPostal and Anytime Mailbox and even UPS. But I'm not going to be a hypocrite because I do have UPS, and I started with UPS. The reason why I got UPS is because I wanted a local branch where I could go and pick my packages up. It has been a catch-22 for me because I have actually been denied some credit because of that. Because what happens is sometimes when you're applying for business credit, business loans, anything of that sort, those businesses literally Google your mail address. And the reason why they do that is because they're trying to crack down on all of the fraud. And it is so simple and easy to just go to UPS, get a mailbox, get a PO. You don't even have to have a business. So they want to make sure that we aren't out here trying to scheme and scam. So I have found ways to kind of get around it because my UPS branch is not literally a UPS store. It's a UPS kiosk. So in this building, there are other businesses that are also attached. So sometimes I'm good and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I have to explain. So you want to be certain that you find something that when they can Google it, it will look like a complete business or industrial building. This is going to help you when you're going to get business credit, business loans, any type of funding. All right. So then the next step is your virtual phone number. You need a virtual phone number, again, for business credit, business loans. They want to make sure that you are separating your business from your personal. And this helps you in the long run. So you really want to try to follow these steps to a T. I know a lot of people use the Google Voice, and they use, I think there's another one, but I can't think of the name of it. But you want to stay away from Google Voice because Google Voice is free, and I do get that, but it comes with a lot of baggage as well. A lot of people use those to, play on people's phones and just do very silly stuff. So A lot of companies do not use that if you have that on your information. And how do they know it's a Google Voice? Well, because if I call your phone number and you have Google Voice, it's going to say, hi, this is a Google Voice customer. Right away, you're going to be denied. So you want to use companies like Freedom Voice or Free Conference Call. I actually have Freedom Voice, and my phone number is about $12 a month. I have the option of having an automated attendant answer my calls, or I can answer them myself. And it's really cool because what happens is they give you a 1-800 phone number, which makes you look real legit, because if you call Walmart customer service, you're going to call a 1-800 number. So anyway, it makes you look real legit. So when they call my phone, it says, and it's my voice, it says, hey, thank you for reaching SASSISoul. Or the phone, when it rings, it automatically comes to my cell phone and it has my business name. So I know that it's a business phone number, a business phone call. And this is good because who wants to be toting around 2-3 different phones trying to look all important? That's not what we're doing this year. So you definitely want to get a reputable phone number for your address, for your phone number. Now, I want to go back to iPostal real quick. I know that I said stay away from that, but I think that location really depends on what type of business you are. Like, I have packages being delivered to iPostal. So a lot of my vendors don't deliver mail to an iPostal address. But if you just need an address for a business card or a website, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So I would just give it a try. I do believe that iPostal also costs about $100. I'm sorry, $10. What am I talking about? Costs about $10 a month. I have UPS and my mailbox is $90, but it's every 3 months. So it's up to you, the best way it works for you, I would say. All right, so going back to the phone number. Again, you want to try to stay away from Google Voice because it is free and a lot of companies just don't like it. I do have Freedom Voice. Again, it's $12. They take the money every month. It's very simple. When I give that phone number to companies where I'm trying to build credit, they will call it right away. I answer the phone, and most times I've been approved here lately. All right, the next thing you want to do is you want to get an email and a custom domain. Why do you want to do that? Because we are not using Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, Ymail. We're not using that for our business. Why are we doing that? That's tacky. Get you a professional domain. Right now, my domain is SASSISoul Boutique. I know it's kind of long, but what I wanted was already used. So I went to GoDaddy. GoDaddy cost me, I think, 99 cents for the first month. And then thereafter, maybe $3.99 per month. Or there was an option for $19.99 for the year. So of course I opted for the $19.99 a year. Right now I only have one email address, but you could get several. So mine says customer care at SASSISoul Boutique, but you can get info at SASSISoul Boutique. You can get customer service at SASSISoul Boutique. Whatever your business name is, you want to make sure that it's something that sounds and looks legit. So you want to go again to that GoDaddy. I think there's other places like Workspace that you can get a reputable domain. Now, when you go onto these sites, again, they are going to have you put in the domain that you require or you would like. And if it's not taken, then you can buy that and it's yours forever. No one can ever tap into it. No one can ever use it. You want to make certain that it's not super long. I mean, mine is kind of long, but that's the name of my boutique. And if you want to see it, you could just copy and paste it. Okay. So make sure you go to a reputable place to get your email and your domain. It just makes you look very professional. It makes it look like you're on the up and up, and people aren't worried about, spam mail and, all sorts of stuff coming when you use a Gmail or a Hotmail or whatever the case. All right, so here we are into the nitty gritty. We can get that LLC. Why it's important to get your address, phone number, and email and all that before your LLC is because of this. When you go to your state to file your LLC, it's going to go statewide, right? Everyone's going to have access to this information because it is public. So you want to be careful of using your home address, your homeboy's address, or whatever the case may be, because you're going to start getting things in the mail and somebody might even pop up. I'm just saying. So you want to make sure that you can separate your personal from your business. So now that you have all that preliminary information, you can just throw all that into your application for your LLC. Now all of your mail from the state goes there, all of your phone calls from the state goes there, and it's no mix up with your home address. So that's the reason why we like to do it there. Now, the LLC in the state of Ohio is $99, and we have to get ours through the Secretary of State. I don't know how it works for other states, but I'm sure it's pretty similar. That is a one-time fee. You don't have to pay it over and over again. All right, so after you've got your LLC, and again, once you get when you go to get your LLC, they're gonna have you type in the name that you have decided. And if it has been used by chance, you didn't, get it when you went to Google or what have you, you can change it a little bit as much as you can, maybe put a dot in it or, a hyphen. I kind of did this, and I know it kind of seems scary to get your email before your LLC, but I promise you, you don't want to get denied for credit and funding and all those other things that are necessary for a small business. So I really think you have a better chance if you Google it. Now, if you want, before you get your business name and your email, you can go to the Secretary of State website, try to Google in the business name, see if it's taken, come out, then go get that other stuff, and then hurry up and go get your LLC so that no one uses it. That's an idea too. So after you've gotten your LLC, you can now get your EIN. Your EIN should be free. And I'm emphasizing that because I have spoken to people who told me, oh, I paid $250 for my EIN. Oh yeah, they told me it was $99. Your EIN is free. When you get your LLC through the Secretary of State, they're going to give you this number. It's like a code. Once you get that application, once you get your, it's going to be approved. It takes about a couple hours or so for the state of Ohio, I have to say. You're going to get a number. That number on there will coincide once you go into the IRS to get your EIN. You put that number in there, it's going to populate your EIN just like that. Your EIN is your company's social security number. There are so many things you can do with your EIN. I hear they out here buying cars, you can get your lights, you can get your gas. But let's be clear, we want to do all things on the up and up in 2024. So if it is business related, then yes, I suggest you get all that information in your EIN. A lot of people that have to get business spaces for their businesses, they need their EIN because they don't want to mix their personal with their business. So when you go to get your lights cut on, when you go to get your heat cut on for your space where your business is, you just use your EIN number. Again, this is your company's social security number. It's what you're going to need for all of your personal interactions, and you want to make sure not to share this with anyone. I want to give you a really quick tip on this. When you get that EIN, when they send you that email and tell you that it's been approved, you want to print that right away. Why? Because if you wait a couple days, it goes away and it never comes back. And if you want another one, you've got to call the IRS, ask for another one. They don't send you an actual copy of that. They send you like almost like a confirmation that you're in good standing and that you have an EIN number. So I would suggest you make sure when you get that email right away, you print it. I did print mine. I had my official document, but I needed to change my address because I unfortunately used my home address first. So when I had to switch it over, they did not send me another one in the email. I had to wait for it to come in the mail, and when it came in the mail, again, it was just like a confirmation of my new address and business, and it did have my EIN number. Now, it should work the same as anything else you're doing that requires the EIN, but you just want to make sure that you don't get that mixed up. All right, so then here goes your vendor's license. If you are selling anything, you need a vendor's license. Well, I'm going to say that for the state of Ohio. We should not be selling bags, purses, shoes, anything without a vendor's license. Why? Because we are a state that has state taxes, and we should be paying them. And we have local taxes, and we have county taxes. So let's not cheat yourself out of being legit by not charging taxes or trying to run your business without your seller permit. Another reason why your EIN and your seller permit is very important, especially with a boutique, is because a lot of the vendors, they will not sell to you if you don't have those documents. They also want to know that their product is being treated with integrity. So you want to make certain that if you have to go to a vendor and buy anything, you make sure you've got your EIN and your seller permit, because you're not going to get into anything. They're not going to approve you to even look at the stuff on their site. So you want to make sure that you are doing as much as possible to be legit. All right. So you got your vendor's license. For us, we go through the Department of Taxation or Ohio Gateway, and we get our seller permit. Our seller permit is only $25, and it is a one-time fee. You don't have to pay it over and over again. All right, so now you've got that, you want to get your DUNS number. What is a DUNS number? It's through DunandBradstreet.com. And this number is what gives you your business credit score. Yes, your business has a credit score, and it's called a paydex score. And this is important because when you go to start building your business credit, you're going to need your DUNS number, because it also makes certain that you are legit. So you have your EIN and your DUNS number, and now this makes certain that the two informations match, and now they can begin reporting anything that you do regarding your credit to the credit bureau. And the credit bureau is Dun & Bradstreet. Now, the way you get to see your Dun & Bradstreet has changed. Recently, it's my understanding that you have to go directly to Dun & Bradstreet to get your score. But when I first started my business, I was able to go to a website called nav.com, and it had my Dun & Bradstreet number, my Experian, and my Equifax, all related to my business. So things have changed there, and I haven't done enough research to really get into it, but NAV is something that you're probably gonna wanna get, but we'll talk about that when we get to business credit, okay? All right, and now that we are in 2024, we now have this Transparency Act where you have to go to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You have to make sure to give them your company information, because they are now tracking us. Yes. Uncle Sam is not playing, because the PPP loan got jacked up, okay? They just got out of control. Money was just going everywhere. And so now there's this thing called Transparency Act. And what it is literally tracking everything that you do regarding your business. So if a natural disaster ever was to occur again, and there's a PPP loan or AAA loan or a ZZZ loan, they're going to go to the Transparency Act to make sure you're legit. And they're going to make sure that, okay, yeah, this business has been doing business for months or weeks or days, because from what I understand, people was getting an LLC on Monday and applying for a PPP loan on Wednesday. And then they were depositing their money a week later. So yeah, they ain't doing that no more. So you want to make certain that you get all of your information lined up with the Transparency Act so that you are not in any trouble. Now, for me as a business owner that was open prior to 2024, I have until the end of 2024 to put my information in. Now, I have spoken to someone that said it's a very simple process and it's a no-brainer, but the problem with me is I just have not had time to do it. So I'm sure it's very simple, and I will make sure to share that with you guys when I get to that part and take care of it. All right, so I hope that this really helped you today. Remember, these steps are very important if we are going to open up a legit business. In 2024, gone are the days where we can just sell purses and shoes out our cars, or sell purses and products from our homes, or our skincare from the roof of our building. Like, we want to be legit, because we want legit funding, we want legit credit, we want to be able to go anywhere and be credible. We want people to see our name and know that we do business well. We don't want to mess up everything in our lives. Sometimes our personal credit is so jacked up, we just don't care how things turn out. For me, I have dealt with the bad credit, personal credit, and I did not want my business credit to be messed up. So I've been doing very well monitoring and managing that. So I hope you do the same thing. I pray that this video has helped you in some way. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below. I always try to answer those questions, or at least give you guys a nice heart when you leave me a comment. So again, as always, remember to stay sassy, stay classy, and stay confident, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.